Hi everyone. So I mentioned earlier there would be more to say about ministerial resignations earlier of Rishi Sunak and Sajid Javid, and there is, of course, things often move fast in Westminster when these sort of things happen. Nadeem Sahawi has become the new Chancellor of the Exchequer, and Steve Barclay has been promoted to Health Secretary. How long they remain in those posts will remain to be seen because if Johnson is on his way out, they could be have very short tenures in those posts. Yeah, so I think the ball is rolling now. I just don't see how Johnson can survive this. That's why I reiterate what I said earlier. Um, okay, so I want to talk about some good news. Um, this is a video I've wanted to make for a while. I may have mentioned something about it before, but just in case I haven't, here it is. And it's about the issue of conservation. We're in the lunar year of the tiger, and that species is one that we have seen an increase in. I'm just going to quote some reports here. Um, and This first one I'm going to quote is from the World Wildlife Federation. Or excuse me, the World Wildlife Fund, actually. It doesn't state the date of the report, but I'm guessing it will be the same around the same time as the other one I've quoted, or I will quote. Um, okay, it's not too long, so I'm just gonna read it out. Like I said, it's from the World Wildlife Fund. Wild tiger numbers have increased globally for the first time. Based on the best available data, WWF and the Global Tiger Forum, GTF, have announced that there are now close to 3,900 wild tigers. The news comes ahead of a major tiger conservation meeting taking place tomorrow in New Delhi, which will be opened by India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I think this report's from 2021 actually. This updated minimum figure compiled from IUCN data and the latest national tiger surveys indicates an increase on the 2010 estimate of as few as 3,200 and can be attributed to multiple factors, including increases in tiger populations in India, Russia, Nepal, and Bhutan, improved surveys, and enhanced protection. IUCN, incidentally, is Wildlife Union, I believe. I'm just looking at the website now. It seems to be. I must admit, I'm not familiar with it, but um, they seem to be a think tank, a research body, a union. Not quite sure what they're best described as. But anyway, to continue to the WWF report, for the first time after decades of constant decline, tiger numbers are now on the rise. This offers us great hope and shows that we could save species in their habitats when governments, local communities, and conservationists work together, said Marco Lambertini, Director General of WWF International. And breaking down the figures, this is from April 2016, just looking at their interactive map. Most of them, the vast majority, are in India, 2,226, 198 in Nepal, 103 in Bhutan, 106 in Bangladesh, 433 in Russia, so this will be including Siberian tigers, 7 in China, and if that's wild tigers, it'll be interesting to know where they are. Myanmar, no recent data. I imagine that's because of the turmoil in that country. 189 in Thailand, 250 in Malaysia, 371 in Indonesia, um, 2 in Laos, and 5 in Vietnam. So those are the figures. Meeting of tiger range governments at the third Asia Ministerial Conference on Tiger Conservation this week is the latest step in the global tiger initiative process that began with the 2010 Tiger Summit in Russia. Governments at that meeting agreed to the T times 2 goal to double wild tiger numbers by the year 2022, and it looks like that may have happened. If these figures keep going upwards, it looks like that may well have happened. This is a critical meeting taking place at the halfway point in the T times 2 goal, said Dr. Rajesh Gopal, Secretary General Global Tiger Forum. Tiger governments will decide the next steps towards achieving this goal and ensuring wild tigers have a place in Asia's future. Over the 3-day meeting, countries will report on the progress towards the T times 2 goal and commit to the next steps. Prime Minister Modi will address a conference on the essential role tigers play as a symbol of a country's ecological well-being. Strong action plan for the next 6 years is vital, said Michael Balter, leader of WWF T times 2 Tiger Initiative. The global decline has been halted, but there is still no safe place for tigers. Southeast Asia, in particular, is at an imminent risk of losing its tigers if these governments do not take action immediately. It doesn't say who the reporter is. Actually, 2020. I'm just looking at the bottom. So it's good news, but there's no room for complacency. Less than 4,000 is still not a staggering number. That's like really like a small town in the UK, or a large village. So it's an increase. That's welcome news, but not quite enough to be complacent. Nevertheless, it is welcome news, and I think it shows that conservation does work. I'll put a link to that report and also to the more in-depth IUCN report. I'll just briefly read out the introduction to that, and that's from the 28th of July 2021. New report IUCN's Tiger Programme finds there has been an average increase of the tiger population within project sites by 40% between 2015 and 2021. To celebrate International Tiger Day, IUCN is releasing the impact report Phase 1 of the Integrated Tiger Habitat Conservation Programme. The report contains data and lessons learned from projects implemented in priority landscapes across 6 tiger range countries between 2015 and 2021. The tiger, Panthera tigris, is listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. The largest of all cats, the tiger once occurred throughout Central, Eastern, and Southern Asia. However, in the past 100 years, the tiger has lost more than 93% of its historical range and now only survives in scattered populations in 13 countries from India to Southeast Asia and into Sumatra, China, and the Russian Far East. Over the past century, tiger populations have fallen from around 100,000 individuals to an estimated 3,500 individuals in 2014. Populations in Southeast Asia, in particular, have crashed dramatically. The main threats to tigers are poaching for trade in body parts used in traditional medicines, habitat loss and fragmentation, retaliatory killing after attacks on people and livestock. The majority of remaining wild tigers are isolated, unconnected to other populations, and face increasing human encroachment into their territories. Tigers are also increasingly exposed to zoonosis through interactions with domestic or feral animals. I'm not sure what that means. Perhaps someone more in the know could say so. The initiative of the Integrated Tiger Habitat Conservation Programme was created in 2014 as a contribution to the Global Tiger Recovery Programme. This landmark global agreement, announced in St. Petersburg in 2010, aims to double tiger populations in the wild by 2022. So that's a picture. Clearly, it's much, much, much smaller than a century ago when there was an estimated 100,000 tigers. But any increase is a good thing. And if that doubles from, say, the 2010 figure, maybe it hasn't doubled, but it's certainly in an upward trend. This shows that conservation can work. Um, Certainly way too early to be complacent, but there's another report, and this is from The Guardian, from 2020. I've just lost that. I had it up on my screen, but they've just given me a message saying I need to register to continue. But basically, the gist of the report, it's by Patrick Greenfield, is up to 48 species saved from extinction by conservation efforts. Study finds. It includes a pygmy hog. It includes the Iberian lynx, and it's fading. I can't see the rest. But extinction rates for birds and mammals since 1993 would have been 3 to 4 times higher without action. I believe humpback whales have also been rebounded, or at least not quite saved. None of these animals are saved, but they're on upward trends, or at least they're stable. So this is good news. Often when it comes to ecology, conservation, and all the issues around this, it's negative and it's cynical, but this is good news. It's welcome. And I thought it would be worth mentioning now that we are in the lunar year of the tiger. So may this upward trend continue. But I think it just reiterates how important conservation is and the fantastic work that these people do, people involved in conservation efforts, individuals, campaigners, and the certain measures by governments as well. So it can be done. Um, hopefully, let's say in the next decade, maybe wild tigers will increase to 6,000, 7,000. If we keep going in that trend, then these beautiful animals can be saved. Um, but those numbers are they're still not huge. They're still, even with an upward trend, it's definitely too early to be complacent. But it's welcome. Welcome. I'll put links to the articles and let me know your thoughts, particularly if you have a field or if you have some background in this field. Thanks for watching.